breaking news today.
Please subscribe and then check notification box to get all breaking news alert.
So Trump unleashes brutal revenge. On Tuesday, top Democrats on Capitol Hill canceled an important meeting at the very last minute that they had scheduled with President Donald Trump. Moments later, Trump unleashed a brutal reality check which the insolent liberals sorely needed. Senate Minority Leader Chuck Schumer and House Minority Leader Nancy Pelosi decided at the last minute on Tuesday that they would cancel a meeting with President Trump on tax reform. Their immature decision came after Trump sent out a tweet earlier in the day which hurt their fragile feelings. Meeting with Chuck and Nancy today about keeping government open and working, Trump tweeted. Problem is they want illegal immigrants flooding into our country unchecked, are weak on crime and want to substantially raise taxes. I don't see a deal. None of this was untrue, nor was it particularly rude or the least bit threatening. On the contrary, the president simply took to social media to lay out the facts, as he often does. It is important that he continues to do so, as well, because the mainstream media has refused to offer unbiased coverage of the Trump administration thus far. The Democrats are for illegal immigration, they are weak on crime, and they have notoriously worked to raise taxes on the American people. Nothing said in Trump's tweet was untrue. However, from the reactions of Pelosi and Schumer, you'd think he was guilty of some egregious crime against them. Democratic leaders announced Tuesday that they would not attend a previously scheduled meeting with President Donald Trump after the president tweeted Tuesday morning that the meeting likely wouldn't result in a deal about funding the government. Source: CNN. Shortly after Trump sent out the aforementioned tweet, Chuck and Nancy canceled their meeting at the last minute, citing the lamest of excuses. Given that the president doesn't see a deal between Democrats and the White House, we believe the best path forward is to continue negotiating with our Republican counterparts in Congress instead, the pair said in a joint statement. President Trump responded by saying that he was not really that surprised over the Democratic leader's last-minute cancellation, highlighting just how immature they really are. Chuck Schumer and Nancy Pelosi did not show up for our meeting today. I'm not really that surprised. We have a lot of differences, remarked Trump. The president found another hilarious way to shame Pelosi and Schumer after their childish move, as well. He moved forward with his meeting, leaving a seat on either side of him empty where the Democratic leaders would have been seated. President Trump called out Nancy Pelosi and Chuck Schumer for boycotting a White House meeting Tuesday afternoon, by leaving two seats conspicuously empty, and accusing the no-show Democratic leaders of being all talk and no action. And now, it's even worse. Now it's not even talk. So they're not showing up for the meeting, Trump told reporters. Trump spoke to the press after meeting with House Speaker Paul Ryan, Republican Wisconsin, and Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell, RK. But the president was sure to keep two seats empty on either side of him, along with name tags for Pelosi and Schumer. Source: Fox News. Clearly, the president is willing to work with people who have differing opinions, but the same cannot be said about Democrats and our government. Even Speaker of the House Paul Ryan, who is known to be one of the most moderate Republicans on Capitol Hill, bashed Pelosi and Schumer. They want tax increases and we want major tax decreases, said Ryan. So they decided not to show up. They've been all talk and no action, he added. Indeed, the Democratic Party has yet to get much of anything done this year. In fact, Pelosi's last major accomplishment was getting Obamacare passed, and we all know how well that one worked out. With her track record, perhaps we should count our lucky stars when she doesn't do much of anything. After all, it's probably better than what she might do if she were actually getting things done in D.C. Pelosi and Schumer give new meaning to the term snowflake. If they can't even handle a tweet, one wonders how they make it through the day without collapsing on the floor in a fit of tears after growing emotional over a passerby's comment or a constituent's angry letter. When leaders like Pelosi and Schumer cannot even be bothered to show up for a meeting with the leader of the free world, it begs the question of what the heck we are paying them for. After all, it's our hard-earned tax dollars which are funding their lavish lifestyles. Shouldn't they, At the very least, put on their big kid panties and try to work together to get something accomplished for the American people?